Hey, so go ahead and grab your band and we're just gonna start in this half kneeling position with that butt squeeze nice and tight, and then just push those hips forward slightly to open up that hip flexor. We're gonna hold, go right into our pass-throughs. Nice and slow, arms are straight, little bit of separation in the band, don't force it. Forward, back, we're gonna go for 5. Big exhale. Make sure to not let those ribs flare. Keep the butt squeezed. You can go as narrow as you feel comfortable or as wide as you need, depending on your shoulder mobility. And one more here. Okay, now right arm is forward over that right leg, and it's gonna stay in that exact same spot. Arm is straight. We're gonna exhale and rotate, and inhale, come back. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, back. Last one. All right, now we're gonna go straight in front. I'm gonna shift my hips back, reach towards that toe, come on back forward. Shift it back, straight leg. I just have that arms doubled up, nice narrow position. And last one. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch other knee. Again, butt squeezed. Shift it forward. We're gonna go back to our pass through. So make sure that glute's tight, our ribs are tucked down, and nice slow overhead. Big exhale. Last one for 5. All right, we're gonna do our rotation. So left arm over the left knee, it stays right there. Arm is straight. Exhale. Inhale, back. Exhale. Try to squeeze those shoulder blades. So it's just like our pull aparts, but rotating mostly. All right, roll it in, nice narrow hands. We're gonna do our shift back to hamstring. So shift, reach, come back to neutral, shift, reach, squeeze that butt at the top. One more. And slowly, let's go ahead and stand it on up. All right, so we're gonna do a good morning. You have a few options depending on your band. So you could step on the band and just hold the handle at the chest. Or if you have a full loop, you can bring it around your shoulders. And I like to hold it kind of like suspenders here. So nice narrow feet. We're gonna tuck our ribs down, squeeze, and then just reach back with that bum. Let the chest drop, knees are just a slight light bend. We're gonna go down for that hamstring stretch, but squeeze to extend at the top. Reach it down, butt squeeze at the top. Try to keep that back neutral, so only go as low as you can, keeping a flat back. We're trying to avoid that round. Obviously, the tighter your band, the kind of more intense it'll be down and a little more resistance on the way up. Okay, so number 5, we're gonna hold it at the bottom. We're gonna let that band just kind of pull us down. Even if you wanna grab onto it and pull it, keep that back long for 2 more breaths. Keep hinging at the hip. 1 more big breath. And then just go ahead and round out that spine. You probably lose tension, that's okay. I'm just kind of pulling myself down with the band around my neck, as long as it doesn't hurt you. Otherwise, you can just round and fold. Keep lifting the hips up, maybe lengthening the back of those hamstrings. One more big breath, try to get a little deeper. Now slowly you're gonna roll ourselves up all the way up to top. And then we're gonna go ahead and step on out of this. All right, we're gonna head to the floor. We're gonna do an open book stretch with our band. So you're gonna go ahead and roll to the side. Knees are up, nice straight arms, okay? So bottom arm is straight down, straight arm at the top. Again, this is rotation at the torso. So keep the knees and the hips stacked, and this arm is gonna stay straight down. It's okay if it's a little bit floppy here, but as we pull apart, we want that tension as we exhale and open. Inhale, come down, exhale, open. Inhale back, we're going for 5. One more, big exhale. And close. Okay, we're just gonna switch sides, go right into 5 on the other side. You can always slow these down, add reps. So again, bottom arm bar is straight. I just need to be close. You kind of can't see my hand, but otherwise I'll hit the wall. Knees up and big exhale. One big. Try to keep the knees and hips shifted forward so you're not getting rotation at the low pelvis or the lumbar. You're really getting the rotation through that thoracic spine. I'm going to go one more here. And bring it on back. All right, so we're just going to finish this round with the band around our shoulders. So we're going to kind of do our scapular push-ups or our retraction protraction through that mid back. So the way this kind of works is you're just going to kind of grip the band around your hands and put that band right around the shoulder blades, okay? Then we're going to end up in our tabletop position. So think of this like a cat-cow. However, my lumbar spine does not move. So I'm going to tuck that pelvis towards the ribs slightly. Should feel nice, tight core. Elbows are straight, and I'm going to sink my shoulders together as my chest drops towards the floor. So I'm kind of letting the band pull my chest down. And then I'm going to press into the band away from the floor, try to separate those shoulder blades. I'm going to hold at the top and then sink myself back down. So super slow. The goal here is to get movement through the shoulder blades. So pushing into the band, pressing those shoulder blades away from my spine, and then going ahead and letting the band pull my chest down and press up. So again, it's kind of like a cat-cow, but I'm not letting my lumbar spine arch. It's trying to stay nice and stable. We're going to do that one next. Sink, squeeze the shoulder blades. Press those shoulder blades apart. We're going to go for one more. Sink and press. Okay, now I'm going to move the band to my lumbar spine. So again, it's on my low back now. If you have a round band, this might not work great, so you don't have to use it. But if you have the square bands, it works a little bit better. So I'm going to be in that same position, right? It's on my lumbar, and I'm going to have my hands in front. So now I'm going to let the band pull my lumbar spine down as I arch my pelvis up. So this is anterior pelvic tilt. And then I'm going to push into the band and try to round out that lumbar spine, which is posterior pelvic tilt. And nice and slow back and forth. Now I'm trying to keep my shoulders neutral, kind of in between those two positions that I just practiced. Really tuck that pelvis under. And then nice arch. We're going to go for one more. And slowly release yourself out. Okay, the very last one we're gonna do is just a little bit of lat stretch. So I really like this one to open up the shoulders. You're gonna want an anchor that's high. So around your, I'm gonna switch out to my little bit thicker band. It doesn't matter. I just like to have a thicker band. So a door handle or up at the top, if you even just like, go ahead and make a, a knot in this and stick this over your door and then pull this through. Your knot shouldn't slide through the door. So you should be able to use that or use your little anchor that comes with your resistance band. I just have a hook that's up on a pillar. So even like a door hook or a coat hook would work pretty well. Okay, so you're gonna reach in with your wrist, grab on, or just hold both handles, whatever works for you. I'm gonna go ahead and step back as much as I can. So it should nice distract at my shoulder, which means just extra stretching. And then I'm gonna square my shoulders up to my anchor and push my chest down towards the floor. My shoulders are nice and square, and I'm just trying to let that band pull my shoulder open. So this is really great for your lat muscles, which kind of run down the side of the back underneath the armpits. You might also feel this through the chest a little bit and in that thoracic extension where I'm pushing my chest down. I'm going to hang out here. You can support yourself with your elbow on your other thigh and just breathe and relax. Keep pushing that chest down. Feel free to add movement through the arms. So like supination, pronation, which palm up, palm down. You could even just kind of start to wiggle around a little bit. Okay, the second position, my right arm's over my head. I'm going to take a big step back with the right foot. Now I'm going to rotate my right armpit up towards the sky. So that hand's almost behind the head, or my arm's almost behind the head. From here, feel free to bend the knee, push that hip back. Now we're getting that side stretch. So that QL muscle, that quadratus lumborum muscle through the side of the back, maybe even your transverse abdominis, your obliques. Still getting that lat and tricep over the head position. You can even put your hand down to the floor, almost like a side angle stretch. We're going to take 2 more big breaths. All right, real slowly step that foot in and then just walk it in nice and easy. And we'll go right into that other side. So grab that band, square yourself up, get as much resistance or distraction as possible through the joint. And we're just going to go ahead and fold it on down, letting that band pull my shoulder in a nice big stretch with distraction. Hanging out. Feel free to add any side to side movement you'd like. Supination, pronation of that arm. Nice stretch through that lat, posterior shoulder area. All right, second position. Same leg steps back, whatever arm it's in, left, left, right, right. And then we rotate that torso so that arm is up over my head or stacked up over the body. So really that stretch is from kind of the fingertips all the way down to the hip. The lat muscle attaches way at the base of your lumbar spine, really. So it like comes down to a little point at the bottom there, not quite, but it's wide and goes narrow. So you can even feel that stretch way down at the base of the low back, just depending on where you're tight. So that muscle goes all the way down and attaches way low. You can move as much as you need to. Hand can go down. You can rotate a little bit wider. Let's go 2 more big breaths. And then we're slowly going to walk it in. All right, since I know all of you work at desks or drive or look at computers, we're gonna do a chest stretch to finish. So if you have this round band, you're gonna stick both arms through. If you have the handles, you're gonna back up and hold both handles. So I just like to put my wrists through. So that way I don't have to grip anything. And you can play around with, again, supination, pronation of those arms. We're gonna hang out for 5 deep breaths. I'm always trying to push my chest up. If you need less tension, just walk back. Breathe through those ribs. Through those serratus muscles, which is the side way up towards your ribs. Of course, the pecs. And one more big breath. All right, slowly walk it back. And that's your band and mobility round for the day. Thank you. Have a good one.